Welcome to Travel Perspectives, the podcast where we explore the world one destination at a time. Today we're taking you on a food trip to one of the most incredible places for seafood, Hokkaido, Japan. And with me, as always, is Clifford.
Hey, Kate. I am beyond excited for this episode. Hokkaido is a dream for food lovers, but it's also a winter paradise. Imagine skiing down powdery slopes in the morning and indulging in the freshest seafood in the evening. That's the perfect Hokkaido experience.
Absolutely. And if you've ever wondered why Hokkaido's seafood tastes so sweet, even when eaten raw, there's actually a scientific reason behind it.
That's right. The cold waters surrounding Hokkaido make seafood store more glycogen, which gives it that naturally sweet flavor. It's the perfect combination of nature and taste.
That's such an interesting perspective on why Hokkaido's seafood is so famous. And for our listeners, have you ever tried Hokkaido seafood? If not, what's the first dish you'd want to try? Let us know in the comments.
Now, let's talk about the ultimate Hokkaido itinerary, starting with skiing in the morning and a seafood feast at night. Kate, if you had to pick the best ski spot in Hokkaido, what would it be?
Oh, it has to be Niseko. The powder snow there is world famous. Skiing in Niseko feels like gliding through a cloud, and after a long day on the slopes, nothing beats warming up with a bowl of steaming hot miso ramen.
That sounds perfect. And let's not forget about Furano, another incredible ski destination. It's a little less crowded than Niseko, and the views of the snow-covered mountains are breathtaking. Plus, after a day of skiing, you can head to an onsen for a relaxing soak.
That's the best part of Hokkaido. You get adventure and relaxation all in one trip. And here's a question for our listeners. If you could ski anywhere in the world, would you pick Hokkaido? Or do you have another dream ski destination? Let us know in the comments.
Now, back to the food. If you had to pick one dish that defines a Hokkaido food trip, what would it be?
That's a tough one, but I'd have to go with kaisen-don, the seafood rice bowl. Imagine a bowl of perfectly seasoned rice topped with fresh uni, ikura, scallops, and crab. Every bite is an explosion of flavor.
Oh, kaisen-don is a must. And let's not forget about Hokkaido's famous king crab. The meat is so tender and naturally sweet, whether you eat it grilled, boiled, or even raw as sashimi.
Yes. And speaking of sashimi, Hokkaido scallops are on another level. They're plump, buttery, and have that natural sweetness because of the cold water we talked about earlier.
It's amazing how the environment shapes the flavor of food. And here's something to think about. Do you prefer your seafood raw or cooked? Let us know in the comments.
That's a great question, Clifford. Now, before we continue our food trip, let's do a little travel perspectives quiz.
All right, listeners, here's your question. Hokkaido is famous for a type of milk-based dessert that's incredibly rich and creamy. Can you name this dessert? Drop your answer in the comments, and we'll reveal it at the end.
That's a good one. All right, let's get back to the food. Another must-try in Hokkaido is shiroi bito, the white chocolate biscuits that make for the perfect souvenir.
Oh, and let's not forget miso ramen. Hokkaido is the birthplace of miso ramen, and the broth is so rich and warming, especially after a long day on the slopes.
That's what makes Hokkaido such an incredible travel destination. Whether you're skiing, relaxing in an onsen, or indulging in amazing food, it's an experience like no other. And for our listeners, what's the first thing you'd want to do in Hokkaido? Hit the slopes or hit the seafood markets?
All right, Kate, time to reveal the answer to our quiz.
If you guessed Hokkaido soft serve ice cream, you got it right. The dairy from Hokkaido is incredibly creamy, which makes their ice cream a must-try.
And with that, we'll wrap up this episode of Travel Perspectives. If you enjoyed this Hokkaido adventure, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know, what's your dream travel experience?
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time for more travel, food, and fresh perspectives.
Until then, keep exploring.